Hey everybody, Off the Mic Sports Network here. Another edition of Off the Top Rope, reacting to WrestleMania Saturday. Thanks to everybody involved in the chat. Thanks to everybody who hung with me for the 4-hour show tonight from Las Vegas. Let's be real here, and you know what? Let's just get right down to brass taxes. WrestleMania 41 was, kind of a okay show, helped by maybe one of the greatest triple threats in the history of WWE, one of the greatest WrestleMania matches we've ever seen, one of the greatest WrestleMania main events we've ever seen. This was between CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. Before we even get to the conclusion, which a lot of people speculated was going to happen, I went the other direction and I shifted away and went with CM Punk in this match in my prediction show because I thought Seth Rollins had stood tall a little bit too much towards the end, but maybe that was by design with this whole favor thing. And we'll find out more in the coming days, weeks, months about this alliance between Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins, which, seemingly a lot of people thought would come out of nowhere, but, it seemingly become an idea in the last handful of weeks in the build of this thing. But from a wrestling perspective, also helped by the story, this is as good of a match as you are ever going to see. And my theory is, with what transpired on this night, there was a couple of decent to really good matches, a couple of matches that I just think didn't really belong on the show. And maybe what WWE was thinking is, hey, our main event is going to be so effing good. We're putting so much time and so much investment into it. Let's just, kind of be middle of the road, kind of to get to the end and have the crowd at its peak at the end of the show to really carry this through. And maybe that's what they thought. I think it's kind of a short-sighted idea. I kind of see where they might have been going if that's the case. But guys, let's be real here. This is why we love pro wrestling. This itself, when you blend story, a long-term, just great story with characters that you are fully invested in, that you want to see, putting on a main event match, CM Punk with, the entrance, everything in this match was great. The build, like everybody thought, hey, triple threat. And I even said on my live stream, I thought, Roman should have been facing The Rock. But Roman's inclusion in this match makes a ton of sense because of the whole Paul Heyman element to this thing, turning on his tribal chief, on his best friend. And, this is why we love pro wrestling. It's just you get the great moves, the great work, and then you get the emotions of everything, the betrayal. Like, it is a soap opera meets sports. And this is exactly the type of stuff that I get so critical of with the other place, AEW. Like, when you watch this match, and yeah, I know what a lot of people are going to say. So many kickouts, so many finishers, so much stuff was done in this match. Guys, this is what happens when you have emotion, when you have story, when you have build, and when you have stuff that matters. It's one thing if you're going to have kickouts and like a bunch of flips and a bunch of dives, but if it doesn't mean anything, these three guys hate each other. Paul Heyman was the linchpin in this whole thing. This was CM Punk's first Mania match in 12 years. It was his first match, at his first Mania match in 12 years. It's his first main event WrestleMania match. And it ended like that, with Paul Heyman turning on him and Roman Reigns to align with a guy he fucking hates. And it was all a master plan. And even before that, the video package that CM Punk comes out last. This fire burns, a blast from the past. You see the growth of him from 2006 to now, and match it up with video of him from recently. You have Living Color coming out to play CM Punk, and CM Punk looks just thrilled to be there. And it's just, Paul Heyman just not wanting to do anything, looking completely distraught through the whole thing. You get Roman Reigns seemingly hinting at a shield bomb with Seth Rollins, only to punch him in the face and then proceed to powerbomb both of his adversaries through tables. It's just, and then you've got the triple finish where all three guys hit their finish. Like I said, It's everything that you want to see in a professional wrestling match. That was about as amazing a wrestling match, amazing a triple threat. It's one of the greatest Mania main events ever. It's one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time, which is ironic considering CM Punk one night ago inducted one of the greatest wrestling matches of all time with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart. Like I said, this from story to everything, from even the entrances, everything came together. And this is pro wrestling at its finest. This is exactly why I love this and why I do this segment, why I come on and talk to you guys. And it's the biggest criticism that I have from what has been completely lost in AEW. You had a match, main event WrestleMania, on night one in Las Vegas on what was in large chunk a very mid show. It was a very mid show. Nothing was really outwardly terrible on this show, but a lot of stuff was kind of mid. There was a Jey Uso getting his moment in a decent match to open the show. Jacob fought two at LA Knight, really cooked. El Grande Americano and Ray Phoenix was great for what it was. And then, Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair was kind of like a real world scrap. It kind of was a little bit messy, but, the right person won. But it was all leading to that main event conclusion that just really is going to, what we're going to remember about WrestleMania 41 Saturday on April 19th, 2025, is that triple threat. Because I knew that we were going to need something special to talk about, and we got it. Like I said, that's one of the greatest matches I've ever seen in my life. That's as good as you're going to get. And the devastation and the ripple effects of what's going to come about this. And if we get what we think that we're going to get, because there's been a lot of hints about this with, Seth Rollins kind of seemingly, doing a lot of The Rock's mannerisms, dressing like him. Maybe there's more to this Heyman and Seth alliance, and maybe he's going to align with The Rock and Cena. And maybe that's where this whole thing is going to go, because they were heavily hinting at him selling out to the Authority on commentary in the post match. But yeah, this is just one of the great things you will ever see in pro wrestling. And no matter how you feel about how the rest of the first night of WrestleMania 41 went, you're going to remember CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns in that match, and Seth Rollins walking out with Paul Heyman, which which a lot of us were kind of talking ourselves into, but I kind of in the back of my mind, I was like, man, maybe they won't do it. Maybe they won't do it, but they do it. It's a great piece of business. Where does Roman Reigns go from here? He looks devastated because he hadn't fully been betrayed. Now he has been. CM Punk's got the whole thing. And let's be real. If Paul Heyman aligns with The Rock and Cena after everything that we've seen to start this year, all of this shit's going to be worth it. And all you people complaining about the lackluster build of this show are going to just remember all of the iconic moments that we got from, and there wasn't a lot of them tonight on WrestleMania Saturday, but this is how you do pro wrestling. That's how you get it done. So thank you everybody who subscribed since the beginning of this thing, since we started doing this in July. This is weekends like these just make me so proud to do this and to, watch this with my sister in the peanut gallery, just losing her mind over this whole thing. This is why I love doing what I do and talking to you guys on a daily basis on this channel. So thank you so much. Happy WrestleMania. It was a great for night one. Like you said, it's just a lot of energy in the building, and like I said, it was not the greatest effort from WWE in terms of that, but they got really helped by that all-time main event to close out the show. So we'll have a lot more coming here on the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon.